Yeah, good afternoon, all the youths out there. I've just thought of making this video for the purpose of encouraging someone outside there. Let me start by introducing myself. Um, my name's Akim Puri. I stay in Copper Belt, and I am an entrepreneur. Not only that, but also working in the government. Um, I know your question may be, but why? You are working in the government, but again, you are talking of being an entrepreneur. Yes, that is my choice. And why did I decide to be an entrepreneur besides being a worker? It's because in life, you need to create many uh, streams of income. So, even as youths, as we grow, as we excel in life, as we get employed in government or indeed in the private sector, I'm encouraging you to say, make that a salary which you be getting paid on daily basis, or rather on monthly basis, as your capital. Invest in a business which in return to be giving you something even on daily basis, and by so doing you'll find that you're able to escape the traps of debits in society. There is a book which I've written, or rather which I'm writing. I'm saying so because it is still on the soft copy, but very soon I'm looking forward to publish it. And the title of the book is called The Prosperous Mind. I think just by the name itself, The Prosperous Mind, you are able to harvest, the deep meaning out of it. Why did I choose this book to be entitled The Prosperous Mind? Is because just by the word itself, or rather by the title itself, it has to motivate somebody. Once you have the prosperous mind, you make sure that whatever you do, it's in line with what you have to do according to the title of your business, of course. So I've chosen this because it has got a lot of meaning behind it, and of course a lot of encouragement besides the same. So I want to encourage you, or rather to discuss on the topic of how a youth can establish the strong foundation. How a youth can establish a strong foundation. We all know that the foundation of each and every structure, let's talk of a home, of a house, as you are building a house for, or those who have built before, you understand to say when a house has got no strong foundation, that house is going nowhere. So it is also to a youth. A youth, if your youth stage, your foundation wasn't okay, meaning that even your entire generation will suffer, or rather will face your consequences, because you, as a founder of that generation, you did not do your best part. So youth stage, as for me, I call it the preparation stage. Why? Because everything beyond my youth stage would depend to what I'm doing today as a youth. And that's the reason as to why I'm here today, to encourage you to say, as a youth, make sure that you use your time like there will be no tomorrow. As a youth, avoid the habit of over drinking. Why over drinking? Somebody doesn't work, but every day is intoxicated. Why? In life, if you don't have enough money, don't think of spending whichever coin passes in your hand. In life, I repeat, if you don't have enough money, don't think of spending whichever coin passes in your hand. Instead, think of investing whichever coins you find. Like that, you'll find that tomorrow you're gonna celebrate. The mind of spending whatever you find, that is a poverty mind. And that is the mind which kills us as youths. I am saying so because I've moved around, going bars, going different places where people are drinking, where people are celebrating. You find that most of the people whom you find there, they are the youths. And what does this entails? It entails that the future is shrinking slowly, because muchivemba batira ati imiti ekula empanga. Imiti ekula empanga, meaning that the growing thicket, or rather the growing shrubs, are the trees for tomorrow. Therefore, if the youths are not taking care of their lives today, meaning that the future is shrinking. And how can we, bring back our morals? Of course, one, by listening to the advice from our parents, or rather the advice from the old people, because they saw it all, meaning that whatever they say, there is proof in it. Now, the problem of these days is that a big person is there advising a young man, or rather a youth, and this youth is there showing this big person that he knows it all. At the end of the day, even the elderly people are being killed. These are the cases which were able to witness to say, no, the son has killed the father because of this, because of this. Some of these are out of, failing to get the advice from a parent, or rather failing to get a sound advice from elderly ones. As a result, we are killing. Somebody is trying to give you future, and you end up killing them. I'm here challenging youths. Let me be so specific. Youths who are much into alcohol, youths who are much into womanism, youths who are much into, a lot of things which are so disgusting, things which are eating our future. We are selling our future today because of just a minute, celebration. Your future, my future, is so bright. It is so bright in the sense that it only requires you and me to realize, to say, this is not a good path. Let me divert and go into this right path. In the same book which I've talked about, The Prosperous Mind, it's a great book, and I know I've got a lot of people who are waiting for it, and I'm encouraging you also to get a copy. Very soon it will be out. It's a great book in the sense that it has got different parts, or rather chapters. There's a chapter which talks about the goodness of farming, preparation for retirement, parts like how to do a good business, parts like just encourage somebody who is still schooling to say, for you just being in school, it's a privilege. Therefore, you need to work extra hard so that tomorrow should be better than today. There are also other chapters which I cannot even mention here. Chapters like the wisdom is better than power. Okay? Wisdom is better than power. It's a chapter which talks of, it's a wisdom part in short. It's a part which talks of a certain man who was neglected by his, family, including his children. He was neglected and was staying in the bush after being chased from the village. But because this man was so wise, there was a problem which rose in the village, and he was required. He used his wisdom to eliminate that problem, and at the end of the day, he was identified as a hero, and he died as a rich man. So you see, somebody could have muscle, somebody could be so energetic, but without wisdom, that person, you cannot compare such to somebody who is who has got wisdom, because wisdom is a blessing from God. So in life, we don't depend on our own muscle. In life, we depend on wisdom. And where do we find this wisdom from? From the old people. And of course, even from some of our friends. That's why in life, you need to choose whom to associate with. Youths, today is 12 March 2023. A youth day. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to check the type of friends which you have, types of people whom you associate with, because that is your bridge for you to cross to another, part of life. For you to graduate from being a youth to be an elderly person, you need to cross using this bridge. And now, if the bridge which you are using is not, strong enough to carry you to that, to the end, you never cross. Or let me just put it in this way, that you will cross, but of course with bruises, with injuries. So I'm here encouraging you to say, choose wisely. As a youth, choose wisely, live wisely, act wisely. Many of you, you may be asking yourself today, how am I going to start a business because I don't have capital? Wow, you don't have capital, you have capital. You have capital as long you have got energy to work. Yes, you have capital. As long you have got energy to work, then that is capital enough. Go in the field. Work for somebody who wants help. You'll be paid. After being paid, even if it's 100 kwacha, 50 kwacha, that is enough. A seed is always small. I've never seen a seed which is as big as my head. No. A seed is always very small, smaller than this pen, very small. But when you put it in the soil, at the end of the day, it will become big and produce more than what you planted. That is a seed. So I'm here challenging you to say, as long you are able to move from point A to point B, then that is your capital. That is your capital. I usually get surprised when I go into places where people drink beer from. I'm not condemning anybody here to say drinking beer is bad, no, but the way some drink is really bad. I will get astonished. You find this person is just very early in the morning, somebody is already intoxicated. It's very cut. How do you work? How do you work? At the end of the day, you want to eat. At the end of the day, you need money again to continue buying beer. How? First work. Youths, I'm on you today. Why? Because it's your day. I'm on you. I'm on you and I'm so talkative, and I think this is my first video. I've never done this and I'm just trying it, and let's hope somebody is able to harvest knowledge from what I'm trying to work for here, because I know a lot of youths